I feel like we're in the same spot every single. Wait. I'm always on the right side of it too.
Yeah, here we are in the same spot as normal. Will drinking as normal. It's just welcome to another Thursday.
So I went on Twitter to ask for like things you want us to answer or whatever, and I've got a couple of responses. Not a lot, so this probably will be kind of short. Okay, so the first question is, how do I react when someone cooks a romantic meal and it's awful? Do I tell him or do I hide it in my napkin?
Okay. I can feel this one because I wouldn't say, like, the first time you cooked chicken and dumplings wasn't awful. It just wasn't my thing.
I'm sorry.
First time you cooked chicken and dumplings, it was no good. And it was my first time ever having chicken and dumplings, but I didn't lie to him. I didn't tell him that there was...
I could tell he wasn't thrilled. He didn't... I could tell he wasn't thrilled, but I knew that he was doing it so he wouldn't hurt my feelings. So my feelings weren't hurt. They were hurt. That's how I spoke when I was a little kid.
I know.
Oh my god. I knew that he was like being honest, and I respected that. Just don't be like an asshole about it. Like,
it's not my thing. I mean, I can see the appeal.
Okay, a big thing about like a relationship is honesty before comfort. Like, you will never get anywhere in a relationship if you don't have that honesty established and like the trust in the other person. That is what is most important, because you want that person to be someone that you can rely on, you can fall back on it in any time of need. How are you going to fall back on someone that you don't trust? You're not going to. You'll realize that honesty will become comfort. So you'll end up getting both at the same time.
It's, yeah, definitely, like, even if he says something to me that is honest and hurts my feelings in the short term, it's still long term, it proves beneficial, because there's, you know, an actual lesson that needs to be learned from it, you know? And obviously you're not gonna, I mean, you gotta work up to it. You can't just be brutally honest on your first date and spill all your guts, but you definitely gotta work towards it.
Next question is, how do I even start dating? Like, where to look? Big fan of you guys. Oh, yay.
Okay, point is, you see a guy you're interested in, you ask. That's it. Because the worst thing they can say is no. You literally have nothing to lose.
But don't like start out the conversation like, hey, do you want to go on a date? Be normal, okay? You don't, I don't know, just inch your way into it, you know? You don't want to like, it's kind of like, the way I think about it is like Safari Zone in Pokemon, okay? If you like go and you attack a Pokemon, it's going to run away. You want to kind of entice them. You want to give them some food, right? And maybe they'll eat it, maybe they won't like it, but you at least like, you gave it a shot of reeling it in. You have to reel them in first before you can throw a Pokeball and catch.
Make eye contact, make small talk, then just be like, hey, you want to grab a bite sometime? Do you want to go for coffee? Something.
Should one ever tell the potential partner that he is a virgin?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, without question.
There's no shame in that.
And there is nothing but trouble waiting for you whenever you tell them that you're not a virgin, because that kind of leads them on to believe that you're experienced, and then what, you get them in the sack, and what do you do? What is the best way to prepare for gay sex for the first time?
Well, it depends on if you're...
Top or bottoming? Topping is kind of easy, like, of course, topping is easy, okay.
Relatively.
Right, exactly. Compared to bottoming, it's a piece of cake, but it still involves some work. Topping, you need to make sure that you find the right condom that fits you, that you have the right lubricant for the occasion. Some people
don't know. They just don't know.
You can, but those are like well-established procedures, like being a top, and because guys always penetrate something, you know. As far as being a bottom though, there isn't like a set way of doing it. It's kind of like you develop your own method, because I know I've developed my own method over the years, and my method when I started RJ is completely different than how it is now, because Jesus Christ, I'm just going to say it, I would need to stretch myself out before RJ and I had intercourse.
Really, I would say the only tried and true rule is just use plenty of lube and go slow. Take your time.
Go slow.
There's no rush.
If it's your first time, it is very, very, very important that you go slow.
The other piece of advice that I would give too is know yourself first. How can you expect yourself to bottom if you've never, you know, fingered yourself before? it's really, until you know yourself, you're not going to know what you want. And you're not going to know how to instruct the other person how to give you pleasures.
Next question. I have a boyfriend who calls me all kinds of names and verbally abuses me. What should I do?
Break it off.
Break it off. Okay.
Done.
After how many dates can you have sex? That depends on the progression of your relationship.
We fucked on the first date.
Yeah, and look at where we are now. I've known people that have waited for months before they had sex and the relationship. Like, I know relationships that where people fucked like 3 times over the course of a year and it failed. I don't know.
It depends.
Depends on your relationship, and no one knows your relationship better than you, right? Hopefully. Hot Missa, what's y'all's favorite thing to cook together? What, besides sex, is y'all's favorite pastime?
I don't know.
Sticky chicken?
Sticky chicken?
Sticky chicken. Yeah.
Sticky chicken is it's a chicken that's cooked with apricot preserves. It's a recipe I learned from my mom, and it was one of the things I cooked for him.
One of the very first things he did.
And he loved it, so that's just been like one of our things. Pastimes, I love going to new places with Will and just exploring new places with Will. That was really, I just love doing that. I just love experiencing new things with him.
Like new restaurants.
New restaurants, just new places.
We haven't been able to travel a lot because we're both broke. So, you get this travel bug out of me because I want to travel. And I cannot wait to like, I don't know, like just see the world with you.
Right, seriously.
What is your favorite and least favorite thing about each other?
This is gonna be fun.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
Everything.
I admire the fuck out of the fact that Will is who he is and will never, and is just has always been unapologetically himself and lives life for his own happiness, and I've just admired that immensely about him. As far as least favorite thing, he loves to push my buttons for fun. He loves to just poke and prod and antagonize me just to get a response out of me. And sometimes it's cute, other times I get really pissed and he just doesn't know when to stop.
I admit it. But I've been catching myself. I'm like,
lately.
I'm like, okay, that was a really dick thing for me to do.
Because I finally just like kicked you out of the room.
Right, yeah. It's different.
That's what he says when he loses arguments.
My favorite thing about RJ is probably his dedication. When he puts his heart into something, he really puts his heart into it, and it's not something that's going to just fade away in time. Like when he says that something is important to him, it's really important to him, and I know that he's not lying to me. That's another thing I love about him, is his honesty. Like, he is just fucking honest. Coming from a past where a lot of it was built on lies, I had a really hard time getting into a really good spot with him, but now that I'm there, everything is just, it's so much more easy. My least favorite thing about RJ, the thing that I dislike the most in RJ, is his inability to know what to say. Because he never knows when to shut up. I pride myself on having tact. I know what to say, when to say it, and who to say it to in order to get what I want. Him, he says any little fucking fleeting thought that passes through his brain.
No filter. No.
All of it is coming out. Anything that he possibly thinks of is spilling out of his mouth. This video is like, first of all, I apologize because I know this video is going to be like over 7 minutes. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you got something out of it. If you get anything out of this, here it is. Be honest. Just be fucking honest. Like, even if you're like RJ and you don't know how to be tactful, just be honest, because that will get you far. If he was, I would much rather him be honest than tactful.
Being tactful is what's may get you laid, but being honest is what's going to get you into a relationship that lasts.
That means something. Okay, well, I'm cutting this video short. I'm done. Okay, I love you guys, and we will talk to you peeps later. Bye.